Understanding superheat and subcooling is key to nailing your HVAC system's performance without pulling your hair out. Okay, so when you're figuring out superheat, you gotta use the wet bulb temperature, because it tells you how much indoor heat is actually affecting the refrigerant as it leaves the evaporator. It's like measuring the real-life heat load inside your space, which is super important for making sure the refrigerant is fully vaporized so your compressor doesn't get damaged. On the flip side, subcooling is all about how much the refrigerant is cooled below its condensing temperature, and that's based just on pressure and temperature readings from the condenser side. No need to bring in wet bulb temps here, since it's not about indoor heat, but more about how well your condenser is doing its job. If you skip using wet bulb for superheat, you're basically flying blind on how indoor conditions affect your system, and ignoring pressure, temp for subcooling means you might miss signs of overcharging or other issues. Keep your tools handy like a good digital gauge set and an accurate wet bulb thermometer, and always double check your readings to avoid miscalculations. Also, remember environmental factors like humidity when calculating superheat, because wet bulb temp reflects moisture in the air, which impacts heat load. For subcooling, just focus on getting accurate pressure and temperature measurements straight from the condenser coil to see if your system is running too hot or too cold. One of the biggest mistakes people make with superheat and subcooling is ignoring the wet bulb temperature during superheat checks. This leads to wrong heat load assessments and can cause compressor damage. Fix it by always measuring indoor wet bulb temps accurately. Another common issue is relying solely on temperature without pressure readings for subcooling, which can mask refrigerant charge problems. To fix this, use a good gauge set to get both pressure and temperature data. Third, folks often confuse when to use superheat versus subcooling values, messing up diagnostics. Remember, superheat is on the evaporator side, linked to indoor conditions. Subcooling is on the condenser side, focusing on pressure and temperature only. Stick to this rule for clear results. BigHomeProjects.com hooks up homeowners with trusted local contractors for all sorts of projects, making it way easier to find reliable help without the stress. Contractors also get a solid platform to connect with real clients looking for their skills, so everyone wins.